Need some fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins? Go to MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Madden MoneyShot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. Got a gameplay video for you today. Subject topic is DDA. If you guys don't know, DDA has been a topic in Madden for a couple of years. I made an entire video breaking down what DDA is, and I'll put a link in the description for that for people that aren't aware. But for the rest of the Madden community that pretty much is aware of it, it's kind of been something that we've been questioning for a long time. There's a lot of people that say it doesn't exist, most of them from EA themselves, even though they own a patent for DDA in the game. But a lot of people think that, you know, when you play this game, you can pretty much feel it. And in this gameplay, I'm going to show you a lot of instances where I can say, well, you know what, that was probably based off of DDA. If you don't know what DDA is, basically the idea behind DDA, and like I said, there's a patent, a public patent that really, you know, EA owns. They own the rights to a patent to put this into the game. They just say that they haven't put it into the game, if you believe that. But DDA is essentially whenever somebody is on a, you know, so many game win streak, it'll basically orchestrate a loss for them, so it's to keep them engaged. If they're winning too many games, they'll get a loss randomly from playing people online to keep them more engaged, to make the game more challenging. If they're losing too many games, EA will essentially hand them a win because they want them to stay engaged. It's all about higher engagement with the game. So if you're losing too much, they're going to throw you a bone. If you're winning too much, they're going to force a loss. Now, in this game, here's one instant I slow it down. I can see that going either way. I've seen that plenty of times go where my guy gets an interception. I've seen that plenty of times there. The way he was breaking on the ball, I was really expecting an interception, bottom line. But basically, going into this game, I'm on about an 8-game win streak. So by all means, this game, if that's the formula that EA follows, by all means, they should orchestrate a loss against me, you know what I mean? Because I'm winning too many games in a row. It's typically how it goes. That's the major idea behind what DDA is. It's supposed to force me to lose at some point in time, based off the fact that I'm winning too much, to keep me, you know, keep me challenged. Because the more challenged you are, the more they're thinking you're going to play the game. So early on, that's pretty much the only play where I really question, aside from him getting a lot of animations where he carries my guys forward a couple yards. That was pretty much the only play on the first drive where I felt like it could go either way, and that I was really expecting an interception, but I didn't get it. That play he scored on was a really good play. That's a man-beater play. He diagnosed man. Really good call by him. On the defensive side, I'm using a lot of empty bunches you're going to see in this game. He knows this play. Obviously, I put this play out. Obviously, he saw that video where he's run against it quite a few times because he used it from the jump. And right there, I get a really tight window throw. That's another one. I could see that go either way. So that's really 1-to-1 where I could have saw that be picked off. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try to confuse him a little bit because, like I said, he's playing that side. Obviously, he's seen this formation online. Typically, when I put out a play in videos, people, you know, they run it to death. So he knows where that's going. So I start calling plays on the opposite side, knowing that he's using the left. So I'm going to start hitting him on the right. I mean, it's that simple. I know where his user is. He's doing a pretty good job at diagnosing the play. So I'm just going to go the opposite side of it. So nothing too fishy here. This is just basic gameplay at this point. There's going to be a lot of that. Like I said, I'm going to slow down and point out some of the instances where I feel like DDA really could have played a part. Like right here. This is a play, once again, that could go either way. I've seen that happen where that ball gets tipped. There's 3 Browns defenders around me. It could have got tipped. I got lucky. I don't know how he came down with that ball. I don't even, like I said, I don't even know if it's luck. Here's another one. Very next play. I bullet pass it, tight coverage. I hit the possession catch, but like I said, a lot of times you could see that ball trigger an animation where they either knock it out or it just doesn't get caught. So really, to me, on that first drive, you can see one play was kind of iffy that went his way. 3 plays were kind of iffy and go my way. And believe me, I will keep track. On the very next play, I just used the hell out of this. That's just a good lurk. I mean, that was another tight window. I could have easily seen that ball fall. You know what I mean? That was a tight bang play where you could have seen his receiver knock the ball out from my defender. But for some reason, I'm getting the benefit of the doubt when it comes to tight throws. So on the offensive side, I just started getting a little bit tricky here. I mean, I'm going to, you know, do some fake motions just to see his reaction on that first play. Here, I'm motioning across once again. I just want to get his user looking at something so I can go the opposite way. Because like I said, he's doing a pretty good job of using the right area. So if I got him going one way when the play starts, it pretty much is going to help me out. So here we go once again. I put this the A route on streak, thinking that'll pull back his user once again, and then I'm just going to hit A or RB. Sure enough, he bites on the A. Just hit the RB for an easy 3rd and 2 conversion. You know what I mean? These are plays right at the point right now where I'm really just going at his user. You know what I'm saying? He's a good user. I'm just basically creating my plays around what he's doing. So here we go once again, 1st and 10. Once again, I'm just going to motion. I kind of got to look at what the defense is. It looks like he's in a man coverage. So I pretty much have an idea what routes here are going to be. Man, it's going to be the A route. I basically create a slant for another man beater. You know what I mean? I'm just basically creating plays right here. Once again, kind of a BS animation going my way. If you're keeping score, that's about 5 animations that went my way compared to 1 going his way. Here he gets one back though. That's just a simple man beater. He's running man. 9 times out of 10 that zig route will destroy man. And for some reason his cornerback just darts in front, makes an untraditional play, and really gets an interception, bailing him. So like I said, if you're keeping track, it's like 5-2, kind of keeping him in the game tight. But like I said, towards the end you'll see who it's really favoring when this game comes down the line. So here he gets a nasty stiff arm. I guess that's DeAndre Hopkins maybe. It might be why. I mean, I know he's a really good player, but that was still pretty damn nasty. So like I said, we're sending a lot of blitzes. Here's another one. Tight coverage. You can see that ball. He's getting smacked by 2 guys. You can see that ball coming out 9 times out of 10. I feel like this drive's really going more towards him. He started at the 1. I mean, it started right from my defensive side where it just at the 1 yard line. It gets him a pick from an untraditional, a man beater route. And now he's just basically, he's just driving on me. Like I said, right there, you're seeing he's carrying a couple yards. These are things, these are animations that you see that they're small, but they all add up. In the first video that I put out this year on this topic, I basically posed the question, is DDA still in this game? Put out a gameplay of me playing where I came back on a guy. I never really gave an answer because I'm not really saying definitively that I feel like this is accurate. What I'm saying is this is what the idea of it is, and I'm letting you guys decide based off of gameplay, based off of your own gameplay. You're watching my gameplay, but you pretty much know off of your own gameplay experiences at times that you feel like you're being robbed by the game. And like I said, this gameplay is going to illustrate that later on. But ultimately, as the game's progressing right now, I feel like it's pretty even. I mean, even when I was playing this game, from the very first drive, from the very first few plays, I was like, when I was questioning some of those plays, I was like, well, it's pretty even. We're kind of getting it both ways. So I didn't really ask much of it there. I don't know why I didn't get a pick animation, but hey, once again, still pretty even. You know what I mean? That was a play that kind of bailed him. So if I was keeping score, we're probably about even here. Now with about 13 seconds left, I got the ball, and I'm going to try to go length of the field here. This is one of my home run plays that I pull out of my pocket. That works pretty good, but like I said, his user's been on point, so I'm going to try to hit RB, and that's a really good throw because otherwise that could have easily been knocked away. So first play, I get about 40 yards. I got 8 seconds left. I'm just trying to get a field goal here, pulling out the same empty bunch formation. Like I said, this is one of my favorite formations here. Catch him in a slackness on the user, and I'm just within 11 seconds I go the length of the field, and I'm tying the game before half. So I'll take that all day. Now, ultimately, I feel like I needed that because that's, to a certain extent, I felt like the game was getting away from me a little bit, but I do get ball after half. Here, I just didn't trust on to the RB route. That play's pretty much designed to the RB route. I just didn't really feel good about it. So, next play on the series, 2nd and 19, get a big loss. I'm basically creating plays on the fly. I mean, this is pretty much when I'm at my best, when I'm out there. I'm not really using money plays. I'm using money play concepts, but I'm building backdoor plays into it. Like right here, if he doesn't cover the running back, I'm going to hit the running back, which pretty much he sees that, so he covers the running back, leaving the A route wide open, which is essentially the first read anyway. So essentially, this is, like I said, when I'm at my best, I'm seeing what's on the field. Here's a cover 3, so I'm changing this money play, basically making my own. I'm making the Y route the main read. I'm just going to let him get up the seam because I can see it's a cover 3 and there's not going to be coverage there. So sure enough, it works. I mean, this is pretty much read and react offense. I mean, I'm just seeing what he's doing and I'm reacting to it. So here I'm just, like I said, once again, fake motions, trying to get his user pulled across. Sure enough, it was a man coverage, so that's going to give me the sideline. Like I said, it's all just fundamentals at this point. You don't always win games based off of money plays. A lot of times it's just fundamental plays. So here I'm trying that cover 3 beater once again. It looks like it's a man coverage, but I tried anyway, just pass lead outside away from safety. And if I would have got that BS animation or anything like that, I probably would have had a touchdown. Next play though, I make a mistake. I choose the wrong play. I was trying to hit the spot and go, which is a play that I use quite a bit. I knew it right away, so I tried to change it. I thought there should be a spot and go in the audibles, but sure enough, there's not. So I'm going to try a play on a critical 3rd and 2 that I'm not too familiar with. I'm going to try the same concept on the left. It's not there. Sure enough, I go to the right, and he just jumps all over it. I mean, that was not a user pick, but he was in the area. So like I said, I should have just called a timeout. That was my fault. It's a critical 3rd and 2. I should have got the right play in there, and I mean, it's going to cost me big time just because I don't hit the right play. It happens. I mean, sometimes you just, you just smash the wrong button. It is what it is. Next play, though, he's going up top, and I really thought that I had him in coverage, but sure enough, he just gets the benefit of the doubt. Linebackers don't get the benefit of a doubt a lot of times. Here, I diagnose it perfectly. Once again, I just don't use her correctly. You know what I mean? I don't get in front of it. He gets like a diving animation, which isn't typical. So he's up a touchdown late in the 3rd. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of time left. Luckily, the ball goes out of bounds. I don't know what happened there. Maybe had a little lag on the kick meter. I don't know what happens. But sure enough, I'm in a hole. So like I said, not to this point. At this point, like I said, I feel like the BS has been kind of even. I don't want to say at this point that this game has been decided by anything other than our own play, but at the same time, I don't really feel like the guy I'm playing is that great, so it's kind of surprising to be down. Like I said, just little things here and there. I can feel like this guy is pretty much an average dude. That's just the feel. So here we go, big 3rd and 21 off of a sack. Here he fails on the user. I guess he thought that dude would get over there, and sure enough, I probably should have housed it right then and there, but for some reason I just go a little bit to the left and I go too far and I go out of bounds. So here we go once again, going back to some bunch concepts. These plays have been pretty good. I probably had the RB route there, I just couldn't get it open. Now we're getting sacked a lot, but that's okay because this is when the BS really turns its ugly head. So sure enough, I should have this play, but it gets tipped in the air, and you can't tell me that that's not the start of something crazy. You're going to see that. That's just one play. You're going to see that continue now. So just remember that. That was the first play of the 4th quarter. Video programming is all about numbers. To me, the game has been pretty even throughout, but now that the game's reading that I'm up 17-10 at the start of the, I'm down rather, at the start of the 4th quarter, it just seems like it really goes on a landslide my way. You're going to see that. I didn't say this game robbed me. I said this game's going to rob somebody. So sure enough, here I just get the edge. I mean, same play that I got the big 3rd and 21 on. He wasn't covering that. He wasn't ready for it. He thought he was going to get a crossing route. So very next kickoff, like I said, that was one play away that I got that BS tip that went straight to my receivers. And sure enough, what we're going to get, big hit stick animation, and we get a fumble. So the game's essentially setting me up to win right here at 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Still at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Everything's going my way. Sure enough, once again, 1st and 10. I'm going right back to that play that I threw that interception on. But it is what it is. Here he's probably open, but sure enough, I'm going deeper because he's hitting me with a lot of man coverages, and I just fall right into the end zone. Like I said, that's one right there. That could have been an animation where he came up and tackled me, but sure enough, I get the animation the opposite way. So very next play, I mean, I'm starting to get the sacks now. The game's definitely landsliding my way. But like I said, the real BS is going to be on the very next play as we get another tip that just goes straight to the cornerback waiting. Like, come on, man. You can't tell me. Like I said, I'm happy because I'm going to win this game. But you can't tell me that this game didn't just turn on the boosters and decide that I was going to win this game for whatever reason. Like I said, I don't know if it's based off of the fact I was on a winning streak, so it wasn't based off of that fact. But maybe the guy I was playing was on an even bigger winning streak. Who knows? But to me, it was pretty undeniable. They decided that this guy was going to lose. And when they saw that I was winning or I was losing down a touchdown in the 4th, it just turned on an avalanche of bullshit. Like I said, it's all about programming. The second the 4th quarter started, the momentum shifted. It didn't shift off anything I did. It shifted off of the 4th quarter, just the start of the 4th quarter. They wanted to make sure that I won the game, I guess. I've heard rumors that they match people with better players so that they can lose if they have a tendency to buy packs. I've heard that that's something that EA's done in the past when it comes to MUT games, is if they find somebody that likes to buy packs, they'll pair them with really good players so that when they lose, they go and buy more packs to try to make their team better and win. So it could be something simple like that. The agenda changes. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily based specifically off of win and losses. There's a lot of reasons behind it why they start to do that stuff. But you can't tell me that was pretty noticeable. You know what I mean? Within I'd say 3 out of the 6 plays were complete BS in particularly my favor, most especially the tips. A lot of times you see those tips, you know, they'll just go straight to the defender to get an interception or whatever. But for whatever reason, they were going tips straight to my players, which was amazing, like instant catches, inbounds, perfect plays. I mean, you can't tell me that that wasn't decided. So tell me what you think in the comments section. That's the end of the video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'll do that next. Other than that, thanks for watching Madden B.S. out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.